as the tenets demand. Trust me. I shall.
Splat! Oh, now it's her actual turn.
No, there is only death. Yours or mine. As on hand, the other
I don't even
side
remember what
waits.
each of these buttons do individually. I just know if I hit all of them and then do a swing, the target turns into, like, paste. So that's basically her each turn.
For the throne's glory.
In disgrace.
What is the purpose of J here? Skill monkey? Yeah. So, the idea of, just for anyone who doesn't know the term, this dates back to like Dungeons and Dragons many, many years ago. There would often be a member of a party, it would usually be a rogue that was a skill monkey. And basically, they would have bonuses to a whole bunch of skills that just helped you in like your day-to-day life outside of combat. You know, stealth, lockpicking, pickpocketing, getting information out of people, like persuasion checks, things like that. She is that. She or Pascal, the tech priest, are kind of feel like they're interchangeable for the same role. Pascal has really, really high tech use and intelligence and logic. She has not quite as high of those, but she has like 100 plus everything. Now, Pascal has like 150 to like 2 skills, but she's got like 100 plus to like everything. The death cultist is bleeding out, breathing with a barely audible wheeze. You're unharmed, Daman. The temple. The vizier is waiting. He can help. Let me take you. The blade slips from his weakened fingers and falls to the ground with a clang. Examine the spinner. Heinrich was shooting to kill, and a perfectly aimed shot has torn the young man's lung to shreds. It is a wonder he has not choked on his own blood already. I wish to know the name of my rescuer. Spinner Georek. He beams with pride. It is not every day that such a distinguished person takes an interest in his name. I have not yet done my duty. Go to the temple. It is safe there. Take me to the temple. Pascal gets a trait that lets him use int to do face things. Yeah. Game saved. She has an injury.
The web serves.
Hold up.
Though I gave thee my blood and my
Okay.
pain, thou
Alright,
hast
that's handled.
ordained that I shall live.
Vizier! The figure of the Vizier stoops under the weight of his battle garb. His bony fingers tremble as they scoop blood from the bowl and begin tracing the symbols of war on his withered face. Without breaking the ritual, he addresses the emptiness. Thread after thread, death after death, the giver of life wove his path. Yes, I have heard. Twice did he find himself caught between undeath and unlife, and twice did the undying one reject him, for the time had not yet come. His shriveled face turns to you. His lips quiver in joyous anticipation. Once again, the tenets of the web lead us along the thread of righteous struggle. The foe, the flagship's tormentor, until now unseen, has shown its face at last. My blades have left their sheaths, and duty commands them to slake their thirst with monstrous blood. Oh, Adira, Pascal, Argenta? The spinner who brought me here is severely wounded. Do whatever it takes to keep him alive. This is also the desire of the Undying One. He has not whispered the name of young Georek, so that we may heal him. What is my retinue doing here? An omen, a scarlet whisper, bled into the web of prophecy. The foe longed to slaughter those alone in their chambers, but they were too late. The spinners had already led your chosen few to our abode along a hidden thread. At first, I thought they were coming to finish me off. What a surprise! Even a witch gets rescued sometimes. It was a wise move to deny their assassins their target without starting panic among the crew. First Spinner, how dare you! I am a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas. My place is in battle, thick of battle, not in some hidden sanctuary. I will give credit for assisting a representative of the Adeptus Mechanicus and raise the status of the Cult of the Bloodspun Web on the list of benevolent organizations. He is so funny, and he's not trying to be, almost always. If any of you ever play this game for the first time, I highly encourage you to have Pascal on your team the whole time. He's a hoot. Galatos sensed one of the cultists coming. I thought your sect had finally shown its true colors and had started assassinating the crew. You are officially cleared of suspicion, but in regard to this incident only. Whom are you planning to fight? What is happening on this ship? Violence and turmoil, a mutiny of twisted souls. The traitors speak in a false voice over the Vox. They speak of enforcers and officers who sought to slay their Lord Captain. They seek, they did not. It was the murk-wreathed abominations who threatened the Daemon. The flagship is split. Those loyal to the true Daemon are fighting those who believe the twisted lie. The faithful are shaken, and the unclean presses on, claiming the bays one by one. His voice hums with a dismal energy. They are taking over our home with the hands of the deceived and the lowly. Who is our enemy? The Vizier nods at the emptiness behind you. Yes, it is time he learned about the Ravenous Star. About the beasts that appear as men, their malignant flesh imbued with Xenos filth. Long has the foe lurked, pouring its lies into the minds and veins of the disparaged. The dawns and dusts of generations followed upon one another, spawning veiled abominations until the Holy Lord of the Ark stirred the profane layer of the iniquity. The war emerged from the shadows in the chamber where the living honored death over the ashes, and then spilt forth. The sacred Ark is nearing its ruin, but our lot is not yet cast, your servants not yet broken. The Undying One awaits your deeds to cover you in glory. But I killed the cult's leader with my own hands. One sees now that this was but a pawn, ushered into place merely to deflect the falling sword. The player knew the game was forfeit and thus made a trade, a few of their tribes sent to the slaughter so that they might sell the lie that the foe was dead. They call the true master the Sire, it which spawned the cult, a vessel of Xeno heresy, a fierce yet cunning predator that twists their minds into a single knot with only its will. That knot must be severed. Heinrichs rubs the bridge of his nose in exhaustion. This is the worst scenario imaginable. All this time your ship has been carrying the very progenitor of the Genestealer cult. A Xenos of immense psychic and physical strength who has total control over the cultist. It must be destroyed. This is no longer a question of our own safety, but rather the continued existence of the Expanse as a whole. Crazy says, bro, what's your main Guild Wars 2 class? Ranger. I have max levels of all the characters, but Ranger's my main. If you knew about the cult all this time, why did you not tell anyone? We did not know who our foe is. There was only the appalling shadow upon the bulkheads, the divinations were silent, and no answer was read. But the signs changed when the corruption assailed your flagship. The Undying would bid us bare our blades, and among the deaths of our wicked, answers rang out. At once I sent his spinners to those of the lower bays that should not fall into the foe's hands. Others became guides for your chosen few. Are you going into battle yourself? You're a little old for that, are you not? The decrepit old man looks pensive as he twirls a dagger, making it dance between his fingers. An old blade, if hardened well and honed with care, does not lose its sharpness, Dalvin. I smell no reason to worry about this one's head staying on his shoulders. His bearing tells me all. This worn body belies the spirit of a mighty warrior, the kind who stands tall in the midst of battle, knee-deep in blood and with a grim prayer on his lips. Dang, the old man's got Ulfar's respect. Cray says, what's your secondary main? Engineer or Necro, probably. You seem surprisingly well informed about what is happening here. This man, blind and wretched, knows nothing, but he knows all. He points a knotted finger at the majestic statue. He reveals the truth to this unworthy speck, warns him through divinations, and the spinner who dances upon the threads helps him grasp the visions. Come dress our wounds. We have many lives to take today. The spinner, Death Spinner mends the wounds of the breathing with a bloody thread. A horde of predators hunts you, Lord of the Ark. Here in the dark tunnels, the faithful stand on their way, but death is whispering for them, and they will not last long. Go back to your people, Daman, for it is difficult for them to die without your voice. The Voxmaster's pleas still echo through the bays, and the muzzles still bark. The spinners say that the Enforcer's post has not yet fallen. The end is not now. May the tenets of the web guide your blade, Daman. Be swift. You receive Saint's Bone Charm. If worn by Death Cult Assassin, when the wearer gains a stack of Blood Blessed, they also gain 20 toughness for 2 rounds, does not stack. Break through to the Enforcer post. Okay. Hey Muck, would you agree that Celestial Gear set is a good set to test builds in general all-purpose? Yes. Celestial Gear is not the best in slot for just about anything, but it is very, very good at almost everything. It is great for trying things out. A spinner is face covered in carved bleeding glyphs, makes a respectful gesture of invitation. Let me show you the way, Daman. Show me the way. So it's like a chance to change your party since they got and picked them up. Yeah, dude, I can't even tell who's on my side and who's not right now. There's a whole bunch of people shooting each other.
What lies beyond?
There's barricades, so the pathways have changed. Saving.
Aided by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the road trader's life. Thankfully, the Lord Captain is safe.
Janris Danrock puts down the rifle and dabs his forehead with a silky handkerchief before shoving it under the tight band of the ammunition belt across his chest. His gilded frock coat is overlaid with a bullet-riddled and melted flak vest that barely fits around his voluminous waist. Yo, this guy has my respect. Dude, he was just such a, like, you know, chubby brown noser at the beginning. But man, character development. Behind him, a motley band of enforcers, armed clerks, and laborers greet you with enthusiastic shouts. A group of captives, silent and dejected, sits a short distance away. Alright, so it's important to note that a lot of the people on the lower decks don't even know what I look like, right? Like, they've lived their whole life on the lower decks. This ship is kilometers long, and they've never met the captain. So, but him, he knows me. I am delighted to see you in good health, your lordship. I'm afraid my report on the inspection of the ship's storehouses will be slightly delayed due to extraordinary circumstances. The enforcers reported that you had been sighted in this compartment, and I humbly believed it was my duty to head for the freight line with this very modest army. Would you kindly move a little to the right, your lordship? I love it so much. I'm giddy. The factotum blows the head off a heretic with a precise shot and then lowers his rifle. Much obliged. Ulfar makes a patronizing gesture. Not bad, coffer keeper. I wouldn't have thought there was such a taste for bloodshed in your heart. I approve of your vigor. Janris swells with pride. After being praised by the angel of the Emperor himself, I simply must end no fewer than a dozen mutineers myself. Oh my god. Dogmatic. Emperor, hear my vow. I will continue to spill my blood, nor stop to heal my wounds until the corruption that has befouled my ship is destroyed. This feels like a weird time to yell this, but... Danrock and your loyal servants freeze in reverent silence. Seldom do they have the opportunity to witness the rogue traders swear a sacred vow to the God Emperor. I did not expect you to be so skilled with a rifle, Generous. I am flattered, your lordship. I can assure you that smiting heretics is no more difficult than shooting up serfs at my aunt's birthday party. Dude, he's like, oh yeah, I used to hunt peasants. In fact, fighting an armed opponent may even add a certain spice. Look at the Factotum's army. I see that all of the crew's clans are working together to retake my vessel. You are indeed correct, your lordship. Serfs, enforcers, officers, tech priests, and tunnel rats have all united in their fight against rebellious scum. The only ones missing are the Inferni. It seems they were the backbone of this mutiny, and they strangled all those who were not privy to their dastardly plan. Danrock glances at the wounded prisoners. Yet, as you can see, our enemy also includes those who swore an oath to you not so long ago. Crew members who fell for rebel propaganda. It is your choice to whether to sentence them yourself, or to leave the execution to me after you have departed on your business. I like how that my options are kill them now or kill them in a minute. How bad is the situation on the ship? Quite bad, but it could have been far worse if it were not for Mistress Sarmak's paranoia and insufferable temper. As you well know, she has a nasty habit of expecting betrayal from everyone except your lordship. She had therefore taken care to draw up special protocols for all sorts of mutiny, and had stationed agents on every deck. She reminds me of, Batman. His whole thing of having a plan for everyone, like even like Superman and Wonder Woman, which has caused a lot of problems. When the riot began, these agents took out many of the seditious officers and mounted a defense. In addition, I have been informed of at least 3 cases in which the officers inciting the enforcers to mutiny were shot by Jocasta's personal aides. It looks like she had already been keeping an eye out on her least reliable subordinates. I should give the Emperor a candle in gratitude for making her such a suspicious hag. She told all her underlings, like, look, I don't trust Bob. If Bob looks at you funny, you shoot him. If Joey looks at you funny, you shoot him. And just all of them had, in case of emergency, shoot that guy. And it worked out. Thanks to your order to put the enforcers on high alert, the traitors were unable to take them by surprise. I watched them take back the bays in full assault gear, sparing neither themselves nor the enemies. That was a wise decision indeed. I take it the inspection did not go well. The Factotum loosens the strap on his flak vest slightly and gives a satisfied groan. It was going splendid. Oh, because he's too fat. So it's like he just undid his belt after a big meal. Ugh. I was going splendidly until we were rudely interrupted by the traitorous mutants. I'm afraid I had to requisition some weapons and uniforms for myself and my militia. But do not worry, every spent bullet will be accounted for and added to the unplanned extermination of heretics column in the ledger. He's counting the bullets. What do you intend to do next? Why, I intend to die for you, your lordship. Every member of the militia, from burly officer to puny clerk, nods in somber agreement with the High Factotum. But I must admit, we are quite exhausted from fighting our way here, and we are not really suited to being an assault squad. I think your lordship should head for the enforcer's post. You will be safer there. Meanwhile, we will take a breather and smoke a few more dozen heretics out of their holes. God Emperor willing, I will not have to die a glorious death with your name on my lips after all, and will instead begin auditing the damage the ship has suffered, as well as the losses among the crew. It is a routine procedure, one in which I have become quite proficient. Freaking heck, I love him so much. He just started off as just such like a brown noser of a character, but my God, he has grown.
Oh yes, they all will see.
Hold on, what is this? Activate the elevator. Batman's contingency plans for each of the Justice League, you mean? Yeah. Okay, go up. The shopkeeper tried to rescue his wares. Scraps of brain matter and caked blood on the counter tell of the tragic conclusion to his efforts. The shop smells of burnt meat and scorched hair. The counter mercifully hides the source of the odor.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Get back, your lordship. The wretches have taken... Oh. That was a suicide bomber.
Just as he ordained.
What's the... Oh, there's goods there. I was like, what's the point of this? Well-maintained heavy rock saw. Vengeance... Wait, what? That's Pascal's bird. Is Pascal here?
There will be no...
Oh, Lord, they coming. What are those? The route control console stares dispassionately as the carnage unfolding on the tracks. The sounds of an approaching train ring in the distance. With a single command, you could divert the train and send it straight into the thick of the battle, ending the lives of both the Xenos spawn and your subjects. The snarling voice of one of the defenders sounds familiar. It is Captain Klein, one of the enforcers who assisted in the Master-at-Arms investigation on the officer's deck. No. I am confident I can win this fight without having to destroy a bunch of my loyal people. Leave the console and rush in to save your people. The console silently observes your heroism, its lumen blinking with indifference. Woo! That was fast.
Let's see how to dismember.
Hey, Monk, can I ask something yours too? Yes, go ahead. Start the battle. Can I deploy down there? The music. Really hoping that they do not throw like a grenade on us right at the start. I need to make sure Echo is near the middle. Okay.
Isn't this a job for the
Front line.
Me,
Heinrichs.
if you insist, Lord Captain.
Regeneration. Forewarning. Curse on that guy so it starts moving around.
Me, if you insist,
Pull those
Lord
together.
Captain. That is foolishness. If I may.
The Abominable King.
Emperor, protect me. I can't stand it.
The shadows will see it done. As honor ordains.
Cabela's like, time to buff up, starts cutting herself.
A dance of blades and shadows. My blade whispers your name.
Two are better than one.
Medicaid signal.
My, it's time for them to run, my sweet. Never cross a Kazbali. I can do that. With the right
Olfar.
incentive.
So
My strike is ruin. Give this task to someone lesser. None can do this better
Ah,
than
he
a
clipped the
warrior
dog.
of the All-Father.
Oh, Ulfar's too fat. He can't get through.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Do not dare ask.
So Ulfar's... shoot, this is difficult, because his second shot, if he does it wrong, he will shoot through his allies, which we don't want.
Flame-hungry come. Feel the icy bite of death.
Alright, that was okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
This way!
Oh my god, that poor officer. He just got rocked. Ooh. Who just blew up? Was that just some guy?
Come on, you become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
Behold the wrath of
Emperor, protect me!
Oh my god! From downtown! Ah!
Now I'm really riled up.
Alright, Jay just got flattened into the ground. Oh my god, those two just died. Well. Finally time to buff up. Shoot, this is not going to hit our Space Marine. I moved him too far away.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Do your duty, beast. Do my bidding.
Let's see to it.
Alright, taunt these three.
A wicked thought. Let's see. A wicked thought.
Alright, one of the big ones is down.
A genius at work.
Okay. Oh no. Oh! The leap again.
Offering of blood.
Oh! He just took down the servo skulls. Cabela parried. He tried to hit her. No! Stop swinging! She parried again, yes! Dog hits for 44. Okay. And Cabela, you're
If you insist,
already in
Lord Captain.
range.
Trust me. As honor ordains. Ah, a broken blade has no use. I shall not fail.
Oh! Yeah, you didn't like that.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Another foe.
Okay. Leapy Boy is down.